Okay, so we're making the footboard and the headboard, and when we do that, we're going to be attaching these 4x4 posts to the ends of the footboard and the headboard, which can be fairly difficult to do unless you have a clamp that's big enough to go from one end to the other, and I don't have one of those. So in order to get these to fit tight against the sides of the headboard, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a couple of extra of this trim board, this 1x4 I think that's left over, and I'm just going to make some cleats right here and on the other side, so that way I can take my clamp and clamp these posts to the ends. Okay, so I'm going to take this board and I'm just going to nail a couple of these cleats in place. So I'm just going to pry those up after I'm done. Alright, now that I've got these set up, I've got these clamps here that I'm going to use to get into place. You can see I've got some holes. See if you can see here, holes pre-drilled to countersink the lag bolts as I put them into the headboard. And I've got a line on my board on the front and back, so I can match that up with the center of the headboard. So now I can actually take my clamp and clamp the headboard to the post. What that's going to allow me to do is to drill my lag bolts into the side and have this held very tight so my board doesn't move out of the way and stays exactly centered as I attach the post to the headboard. Otherwise, you're going to get these big gaps in between because you just can't physically hold these things together strong enough to get the lag bolts through the posts and into the headboard. Okay, so now that I've got these guys adjusted, I'm going to use these lag bolts that I just got at Home Depot, and we're going to go ahead and take those on in. For this last slag screw going into the top, since it's kind of close to the top here, I'm going to use another clamp, and I'm just going to hold this wood clamp down tight, just so I get a little bit of extra reinforcement and don't split the wood. There we go. Alright, so now we've got a nice and tight joint and in our deal, and we'll fill that in with some wood filler so that the final product isn't seen. Alright, lastly I'm just going to pry up this wood here. So get up under it just a little bit and use a piece of scrap wood for some leverage so that I don't tear up the board, but I'm just going to pull this guy right on out of there. Okay, so that's it. We've got our headboard put together and our footboard put together, and I'm sure that experienced guys have other easier ways to do that, but that's the best way I figured out to get those things attached. So we're done and ready for the next steps.